What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me on the 2-week Shake School Quarantine Challenge. As we've said in the videos and some of the promo work, we just feel that there's a lot of uncertainty right now with athletes being in different situations, and we really just wanted to come out here and give us a way to be accountable and to continue to better our game during this lockdown situation where we all have different situations going on. College kids who are home early from their season, high school athletes that maybe their season is still hanging in the balance. So I really want to say thank you guys for really joining in this challenge, and we guarantee you're going to get something out of this, and we're really excited about the way that we're going to keep each other accountable, and I'm going to be able to give you guys, hundreds of players out there across the country, some really good feedback to help you guys better your game. So here I am today getting ready to start workout number 1, and some of the things you're going to notice about this workout is it may be drills that you've seen before on our platform, or maybe you've been to our camps and clinics before, but we really wanted to start with these workouts just in case you're new to the program. So this first workout is going to be some drills and concepts that we consider those to be core concepts that you really need to understand to get the best out of the rest of the workout. Something else we're going to really focus on here is that not everybody has a goal and a backstop and cones and hurdles and zoids. So if you'll notice today, I'm actually going to be doing my workout showing you guys some different options. So instead of cones and hurdles, today I'm going to be using canned goods as my cones, and then I'm also going to take kitchen dish towels, and I'm just going to kind of spin them a little bit here, swirl them, twist them up here and make them long, and these are going to be my hurdles. So these markers on the field, sure, you could do the drills without any type of marker at all, right? But the markers on the ground allow us as an athlete and the muscle memory to have a visual target or a visual cue to do certain movements at certain times. So it helps us as the athletes stay accountable inside the drill. So yes, we can do them without anything at all, but I'm going to use the cans and the dish towels because I need to have that visual for my workout so that I make sure I'm hitting all the little details of the drills. The second thing you'll notice is for right now, for some of the reps, I'll have my goal up, but I'm also going to be doing some of the drills with a recycling bin as my goal and a tennis ball just in case you don't have a lacrosse ball at home. So there's no reason not to get your workout in, okay? So you have no equipment or limited equipment. We're showing you alternatives to any single equipment issue you may have to get your workouts in. So without going further into this, the first drill we're gonna do is the deconstructed shoot. Okay, then we're going to work into fill the container. We're going to work into a snap step drill with step down shooting and power shooting. And then we're going to take the snap down, add the shoot, and get on the run for some shots. Okay, so for my first drill here, the deconstructed shoot, you can see how I use the dish towels. That gives me, that's a replacement for the hurdles. And you like to use hurdles here instead of cones because the hurdles are raised off of the ground higher than a cone. So it forces us to really stay a little bit wider with our jab steps. So as we go through the deconstructed shoot here, we're gonna be placing a hard jab step to that sideline at each can or cone. And then as we get to the end here and there's no more cans, you'll now take the structure away and really work on that east to west, head, shoulders, and hands movement on the end of the shoot here with the towels. And then you're gonna take a step down shot or on the run shot, however you want. My emphasis here on this drill is to really just warm up and just make sure that at each can or cone that we're really not just throwing a jab step, but we're actually throwing our feet, our head, our hands, and our shoulders and making sure that we're facing and selling that sideline. So sell left, sell right, sell left, sell right, and then when we hit the rest of the shoot where there's no cones, we're really gonna put our own spin and tempo on it and kind of add that head, hands, shoulders at a free-flowing tempo. For the second drill, we're gonna do fill the container. This is the one drill that I think athletes get the most improvement out of in a short time. So what we're gonna do is take what we did before on the deconstructed shoot, which was super structured, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to take that type of stop and go structure and muscle memory out of the drill, and now we're going to start to crank out fast feet and really teach you how to close space by using quick feet or foot fire. So in Fill the Container, we're going to add that overtraining of the muscles used to fire off real quick feet, those choppy steps where we say chop it up a lot, and we use those chop steps to close space between us and the defender, okay? And then we're going to still have the shoot at the end of filling the container, and then we're going to have the shoot, which is where we're going to, again, without any structure, we're really going to emphasize the head, hands, shoulders, and those quick shifty movements up top that are used to really manipulate a defender before we go shot on the run. And for this drill, what I'll do is I'll take the lacrosse balls away, I'll take the goal and the backstop away, I'll use a recycling bin and tennis balls. Again, no equipment, there's no excuses. Here you'll see the setup of the drill. We have our cans placed wide, 6 of them, to make sure that we cover a long area, and then these 2 dish towels will be the shoot, and then the last dish towel at the end is that defender kind of giving us an angle. And then you look downfield here and you notice that we're using a recycling bin and tennis ball for these reps. The first part of the drill, you notice I'm taking my time here. I'm getting as many foot fires in as I can. I'm not rushing through that part. And now a left, right, left, right, left, right. Take your shot, aim on the can. My emphasis here is how many times can I really crank out the fast feet, but now when I get to the shoot, I don't want to just crank out a normal 1, 2, 3. If you'll notice in my reps, I'm really taking my time on the double dish towel or the shoot and getting 4, 5, 6 movements in, and extra head, shoulders, and hand movement. You always have the option to either shoot on the run in most of these drills or have a step down shot. It's really up to you and what you're working on. One thing I noticed that I didn't expect was these reps with the recycling bin and the tennis ball became increasingly frustrating for myself and my accuracy, so I ended up working extra reps to make sure I was hitting the target. For our third drill, we're going to do something that seems simple, but it's called a snap step, okay? And what we're working on here in the snap step is how we really can throw our body. Some people would call it a jab step, but a snap step is a little bit more of your whole body included. So a jab step can be little and simple, where the snap step, we're actually gonna open up and snap our body left to get to the right. So this is one of my favorite drills to help with injury prevention and just really continuing to hammer home the violent footwork, the explosiveness. And this is a drill that I like to do a lot because you really get a bunch of step down shots. So I'm gonna use the snap step here to get 10 step down shots off of a snap step. So it's important to make sure that you stagger your feet to start. So we're starting at a staggered position and then set, and then give yourself a go inside your head, or say go out loud, whatever you want to do. But once we say go, we want to open up and sell left to plant and take off right. So we're really opening up to sell that snap step. You'll notice here in my setup, I'm using the dish towel horizontally. The dish towel is, in this drill, is to symbolize where a defender's feet would be. So if you imagine that green dish towel, that's the defender's feet on either side of that green dish towel, to show you that's the space the defender is occupying. And if you look at the cans, which are, would normally be cones, we're gonna start here at the right cone with our left foot up, right foot back, left foot up, right foot back. And when we snap, we don't want to snap to this part of the towel. That would be directly down the middle of a defender. We want to snap hard to the outside of the defender so that she is, or he is, more likely to open up and bail out downfield. Go. Set. Go. Set. Go. Set. Go. All right, so now that we just did the snap step and a bunch of step down rips, you should be pretty warmed up by this point for sure. You're really putting some velocity in your shots. The important part here is to not lose the quick feet, the head and shoulders, that shiftiness, that east to west movement, making sure the whole body is included. So now what we're gonna do is take the snap step drill and we're gonna add a shoot onto the end of it. So now it's going to be snap step, and then we're preparing as if that didn't really get us what we needed from the defender. So snap step, and then a little hesitation before we hit the shoot, shake them up and go on the run. Or step down shot, whatever you like. In terms of setup, you see that we just took the pre-existing drill from the snap step. The 2 cones are there. The green kitchen towel is our defender space, so we're gonna snap that defender, and then we're gonna shift over here to the right with a little hesitation. We'll hit the red dish towel as our mini shoot or a hurdle, and then we'll take off for a step down shot and mix it up with some shot on the run. Some of the details I'm seeing here when I'm watching myself on those video clips are just watching my butt end and my bottom hand, making sure that when I throw this snap step here that my butt end and my hand are also shooting to that side. And then also when I hit the red towel, which is the shoot, I'm making sure that my head, hands, and shoulders are still being super shifty in that part of the drill and not just staying kind of stationary and letting my feet do all the work. I also want to make sure that my head, hands, and shoulders are doing the work. Here you'll see me going through some reps, struggling to hit a recycling can again. And again, this just became more and more challenging to me. And I found myself really focusing on my hands, my rotation, and just kind of not getting too tight here and being worried about my shot placement, but still being focused on the head, hands, shoulders, and the footwork and the movement. I did this workout 2-3 days in a row, just kind of noticing things about myself. And these are some reps here where I just felt like I was really in the groove, had a good tempo going, and all my shot placement was really falling. Go. Set. All right, so that concludes the first day of our 2-week quarantine challenge. 4 drills, 10 reps each, 40 reps, probably took you about 40-45 minutes, maybe an hour, right, with a couple water breaks in there. And we really covered those core concepts we're gonna need for workout 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so the things I want you to really emphasize here is we did quick feet, we got that snap step going, head, hands, and shoulders, okay? Don't just move through the drills moving your feet and leaving your hands in a stationary position, okay? Another thing I'd like to emphasize here is, especially for the girls players, is if you're used to making your moves here, this is 2 feet of drag and exposed stick, okay? A lot of times in my lessons, the first thing I emphasize to the girls is choke up, okay? This is gonna allow us to do more with our head, hands, and shoulders than if we were pulling this 2-foot weight or drag. It's almost like running with a parachute behind you. So choke up, and that allows you to be a little bit more shifty with your upper body. It allows you to get more speed out of your running and your movements as well. So the other thing I want you guys to pay attention to is kind of the angle at which I use to film my workout. So in all of my reps, you're able to see my feet, my upper body, my shoulder, my hands, my head, okay? If you have your mom or your dad or your sister out there videotaping, make sure they're not just zooming in on your feet. Make sure they're not just zooming in on your upper body. Make sure you're focusing on the entire athlete, and we're able to see the cones, the hurdles, and what other equipment were on the field. This way I can tell you if your drill is even set up properly, if maybe the spacing is too far or too tight, but it's allowing me to see the athlete from a whole and give you critique on all the different levels of the body. It's not just footwork we're doing here. It's footwork, it's hands, it's head, it's shoulder. Okay, it's upper body, it's shifting. We're learning how to manipulate a defender with our movements. Remember, we're on offense. The defense's job is to react to us. All right, so thanks for joining us for workout number 1. You've got 4 days to complete it. Post it on your Instagram or in your Instagram story. Make sure you tag us. I will be sending you guys back critiques on everybody that tags us for the next couple days until the next workout comes out. When the next workout comes out, you'll get an email, but at that point, I'll be done critiquing the previous, okay? This is how we're gonna keep each other accountable and stay on that same schedule. So some structure, some accountability, some new skills, some reps, some muscle memory, injury prevention. It's all there in this workout. Thank you guys for joining us, and I'm excited for the rest of the workouts.